In the equity quadrant, taking a look at the March NASDAQ futures, which was the strongest index today. The NASDAQ led all three major indexes up over 2%. Actually, you know what? Let's make it four indexes and include the Russell in that. They were all up over 2%. At some point during the day, the Dow actually came down below up 2%, but still finished up about 1.9% higher on the day. But the NASDAQ was the strongest one, finishing up over 3.5% better on the day, and on the highs, up 3.99%. 13,795.75 was the high in the March NASDAQ. On the downside, 13,189.75 was down a little bit more than 0.5%. But that's in the rearview mirror. It was a very strong day overall. Today was the best one-day performance for the NASDAQ in exactly 1 year. March 9th of last year was the last time we had this kind of performance in a day. The NASDAQ left bear market territory, now down just over 18% from the all-time highs. Every sector in equities was higher today, except for utilities and energy. Diplomacy hope was part of the reason for the strength in the equities across the board today. Ukraine presidential aide, his name's Ihor Zovka, who is the deputy chief of staff for President Zelensky, went on Bloomberg today and said that they would consider neutrality as one of the concessions to end the conflict. They did say, however, that at this point they're not willing to give up 1 inch of territory, which is another one of Russia's demands, along with some of the other demands that we've been hearing about in the news. But so far, that move to say that they would consider neutrality was a little bit of a move toward diplomacy, and that brought hope to the equity markets. You saw interest rates rise as well. In other words, a sense of normalcy came over the markets, along with commodities falling. Industrial metals, precious metals, rare earth metals all fell in price. Crude oil fell 11% today. Copper fell over 2.5%. That potentially all helped technology, as a lot of those components go into tech. Copper into electric cars, silver into other kinds of technology. We know where the rare earth metals go, and that helped tech be the strongest index for the day.